Hey gang, my name is Chris and I am the project lead for Azorus, the blockchain analytics and intelligence platform. So, what we provide is a product that allows our customers to query, explore, visualize, analyze, and share on chain and off chain data insights. For this video, we'll do a quick product tutorial on how to create your own blockchain analytics dashboard. Um, a quick note on some housekeeping items, right? So first of all, this is an alpha version, which means there's still some bugs. It's completely unpolished. Yeah, I mean, you can even tell there's no dark mode. Number two, it's not a SQL course, right? But in the future, we might offer some videos um, on how to better interface with that data. And number three, this is not a course on database structures for all of the data that we have onboarded to the platform. Cool. So with that out of the way, just as a refresher, the last couple of videos, we were able to query blockchain data, not only blockchain data, but also specific decentralized applications as well. Or in this case, in the previous video, it was a decentralized exchange called Spectrum. And then we were also able to explore and visualize that data. And so in the last video, I had a single metric, which was year over year total number of P2PK addresses on the Ergo blockchain, to show that year over year it's increased about 116% compared to last November of 2021. And so I expanded this data set to include all of the different additional cohorts. So more than one erg in the address, more than 10, more than 100, and so on and so forth. So, now we've come as an analyst, that we've hit a problem, right? You know how to query the data, you know how to get all these different charts, but now you have 50, hundreds, 200, thousands of charts, right, over the course of X time frame. You could click on like every single link, right? To see like, oh, okay, I really like this. Here's one chart. I'm going to look at it every single day, but I'm going to go in here and click it, go in here and click it, go in here and click it, back and forth, right? So that's not feasible. So with Azorus, you can create your own dashboard, right? It's pretty seamless experience, pretty simple. And the beauty of this is it's not you're not pigeonholed to one data set. You can combine the different data sets, the different charts, put them on a single dashboard, right? So that way you can have like your so-called analytics command center, where every single day, if you wanted to look at a particular segment of the Web3 or blockchain space, you can just scroll down to the relevant sections and be like, okay, here's what I care about. Here are some other changes. But then you can scroll back up to see some other industry, right, in the space. So for this video, we'll show how to create your own dashboard. So it's pretty simple. Create this super secret button at the top right here that says dashboard. And then we'll do something like so assuming you have all of your charts available, right? They are a simple drag and drop function. So what we'll do first is we'll add a bunch of rows so that we can just pop them all into there later. And then there's on this platform, you can have dividers, right, to separate the different dividers. You can add a header in here to say this is only for Nervos network. Then we'll add another header at the top that says Ergo network. Maybe we'll add another row and another header to say Spectrum DEX data, DeFi data, or something like that, right? Whatever you want to do. Let's add another divider here, that up a bit so that they're separated. Cool. So now we set the layout of the page. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag and drop a bunch of stuff in there. And let's see here, CKB, that is nervous network, correlation, tree map, spectrum dex, total unique addresses. Maybe I decide that I don't want this anymore. So that pop this back up here. Here we go. Daily asset price, distribution. Starting to get a little. And then we'll remove these other ones. And we save it. So now we have 9 separate charts. You can definitely add more. We have not stress tested this yet. Again, this is alpha, right? And then they're all interactive. And so every single morning with your coffee or tea or whatever beverage that you enjoy, you can come in here and check the status of the different blockchains and dApps that you care about. So again, for example, we can see here that it looks like Ergo, the number of unique addresses has increased year over year. Let's see what's driving that. Is it total? Nope. Well, we want to remove all the little the smaller amounts, and so we can see here that's like, oops. Probably need to fix that. But anyways, so we can see here that maybe it is those with 1K, 10K, 100K, right? And so it looks like it's the red and blue line. So the red and blue line are going to be over 100 and over 1,000 in ERG balance. And so year over year, that's increased 53% and 51% respectively. You can scroll down a bit to DeFi data if you want to, right? Right now, it just shows the average price volatility, right? The actual price. But what we can also include in here is to break it down by, if the data is available, is to break it down by the types of transactions. Is it going to be a DeFi swap? Is it going to be adding or removing liquidity from a liquidity pool, right? And X, Y, and Z. And here's another one for a nervous network where we see like the distribution of the different addresses by the separate cohorts. So in this case, it would be majority of the supply is going to the plankton group. But of course, just a caveat, I limited this data to 10,000. So if I refresh it, it should give me a different data set, right? So it's not consistent because I purposely limited the data for that reason. So it's a little bit more streamlined. And then there's correlations and tree maps and all that fun stuff. So the world is literally your oyster, right? But if I were to think about a potential use case in the future, if I were to think about this, is not only could it be your daily command center of analytics relating to the Web3 and blockchain space, but maybe if you were a content creator who deals specifically with analytics, right? And then you could say, here is my weekly dashboard. Here's the link to this dashboard. And then there's a share button right here, right? Share, copy permalink to dashboard, right? And say, this is for week 51, and then next week you have week 52, and then you would segment the data so that it only gives you data up until that point, and then you could figure out a way to monetize it if it makes sense, right? And so what we essentially did here was just take data that exists, cleaned it up, throw it into some beautiful charts, and create a seamless dashboard assembly experience. Cool. So again, thank you for watching. This is Azorus, a blockchain analytics and intelligence platform. We are still in the alpha release phases, but hoping to go into beta and then public launch very soon. And so that wraps up this product tutorial on how to create your own blockchain analytics dashboards with our platform. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.